All right, fellow babies, Friday night, coming at you live. It's the Silly Shill Show on the EiE Network. And we're going to try something a little bit different tonight as we just bring up YouTube. And between us on the panel and yourselves watching, we are going to figure out what we are going to do and who we are going to have a go at. We're hoping that we still will have a guest tonight. Little communication thing, maybe. We're not sure, but we'll bring in Dr. Bob as soon as he shows up and stuff and get everything running and grooving. So on that note, Barman, how about you take us around the table, buddy? How's it going?
Who, what, when? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I'm doing the show, aren't I? Crap, I know I forgot something today. Bloody hell. These weeks, I'm running out of time, I'm running out of beer. It's no good. But, yeah, life is good. Going around the table. Cool. I'll start with you, Dick, because why the hell not? What have you been up to?
Lots of homeschooling, lots of things around the house with my little man and myself. YouTube wise, we're just getting the final touches on a few things we keep thinking we're going to have ready, but we're not quite ready. Well, we're so close, it's not funny. So lots of new stuff coming up real soon on the EiE Network. Watch this space. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah.
Awesome. So he's slowly teaching you how to make videos, is he? That's good. So go around. Crafty Keeler, you're there lurking in the background after another quiz win. How rude of you.
I know, it's shameful. Sorry, Tatty. And what's great is we got Tatty to 100 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed to Tatty, go ahead, subscribe. Yeah, oh, yeah. He's going to kill me for that. But yeah, I've had a great week. We had the live stream on Sunday. We had the live stream there last night for the 1K special. If you haven't checked that out, you should. It was great fun. A minute to ending and Team Skeptic turned up and we went for an extra half an hour just for the crack. So yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Whoop whoop, love it. Absolutely love it. I've still got to watch that. I'm so behind on everyone's videos. I am useless, but I have beer, so I don't actually mind. Yay! But speaking of the man who failed on the quiz with such great words as... Actually, I'm not going to say the words on here because we'll just be doomed. Tatty, how are you doing?
Oh, I am absolutely scunnered. Both you dirty bar steward, and Keela, you Irish Mrs. Bar steward.
What did we do?
What you did was you nasty people pushed me over 100 subs, which means I now feel obliged to make a video or something.
You're going to have to do a live stream. We've told you. That's what we put on Twitter.
Oh, no, bollocks. Well, up until about the end of the quiz, life was wonderful. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, it was worth getting you past that milestone just to break you even more than you were broken during the laughing.
That was fun, no, man. But yeah.
Good.
Go for it.
But turning the tables round, he had to nip out. He's come back. He will always come back to us. He's like a boomerang. Do they have boomerangs in Vietnam? Oh, well, who cares? Steamy Cup of Reason, how are you?
Good morning, silly shills. I'm doing good, Barman. How are you?
I'm absolutely buzzing tonight. I don't know why. I was going tired and I've now had this huge boost of energy. It's like, woo! So I feel like someone's put a 9-volt battery up my bum.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God, shocking experience that would be.
Oh, yes. That's what's woke me up.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, so what's going on in your world, Squire? What have we got coming?
Same old. It's been a busy week. All the kiddies are doing their final reviews for the big test in 2 weeks. So, yeah,
nice.
Pushing hard at work. And I'm working on getting out episode 2 of The Pain of Progress for tomorrow. It's going to be a 2-parter, so look out for that.
Interesting. Cannot wait for that. I do love Pain of Progress. For anyone who's not seen Pain of Progress, they're awesome. There's no words to describe how good a program they are. It's not like this. It's a proper, well-done, thought-out program between Steaming Cup of Reason and Thor Logic Gods. They're not drunk or anything doing it, unlike us here and now. Yay! But speaking of drunk people, we don't know if he's drunk. We don't know if he's here. We don't know if he's over there. He could be anywhere. It's Schrodinger's cat. How are you doing, Squire?
Excellent. You don't know if I'm here or not, but you can be damn sure that I'm drunk.
Hey!
Yeah, so my channel's doing far better than I deserve. still got no idea what the hell is going on, but this thing's trucking along. And we were here on Shills with guest Mike Bertelson and made the discovery that my current location for travel for work is about 10 minutes from where he lives. So we're going to be hanging out. Yeah, we're going to be hanging out, getting some dinner tomorrow night at a place called 99 Rocks. And
nice.
So, tightening up the group.
Don't forget social distancing.
Oh, I'll social distance like a motherfucker. He's not a girl.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely perfect answer for that. Oh,
yeah.
That's what
I said something funny, so I'm going to shut up now.
Please don't.
You got to go out on a high note.
There is that, yeah. Don't want to disappoint people afterwards, like my sex life. Oh, well. Anyway, where was I? Yes, Aimee! How are you doing, Aimee? What's going on? What's the chat doing?
I am doing wonderful, thank you. I'm all excited about this coming week. Moving on, looking forward, and looking for some stuff to do and debunk and everything. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun this week and next week and new shows and everything. I'm excited. We also have a new member.
Membership, not a super chat.
That's right.
But I am the honor of me own feet. Welcome to the Shill Apprentice.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining the family. I am the honor. Awesome. Thank you.
That is a good YouTube name. I do like good, thoughtful names. You get so many boring ones. Like, I mean, God, we've got someone called Gary IOW. What a boring name's that? I mean, he's Gary and he's from the Isle of Wight. It's not very imaginative, is it? It's like someone being sarcastic and having Barman as the name. Stupid people. And Streamlabs, what kind of freaking name's that? Anyway, I've got no idea what's actually going on now. So, Dick, what are we doing? You just sort of poking with a stick and woke me up.
Yeah, well, that was the idea, right? It says so on the outside of the cage that you live in after when the bars go, oh, yeah, right, sorry, we're on the air.
That's
okay.
why the batteries come from. It was you bastard.
So what we thought we would do tonight is simply fire up a web browser, get on YouTube, and we'll see, who in the chat has an idea like, oh, I just watched this moron. You got to check out this guy, and we'll see what we find and have a go at them.
You're being very brave, aren't you, asking our audience to give recommendations?
Yeah.
Tatty, get the chat open. Let's type some stuff in there.
Yeah. So, let's see. Let's give a minute for everybody watching to see what comes up here, and boom, 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 boom. On that note, we probably should have done that in the beginning and then go around the table because we'd have some actual ideas by now. But live and learn.
I've put an idea in there.
I've got a couple.
First idea.
Go ahead.
Boobies.
No, I'm not typing boobies into YouTube. Sorry.
Why not? It's going to be safe for work. It has to be. It's YouTube.
I know two gifts that keep on giving. We could always look up CC or Devon Bay.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
CC is a good one. We got a call for the Sleeping Warrior one. That's probably that newer one there, right? Dell's Oompa Loompa cosplay. Well, if that is really a thing, we have to see it no matter what, right?
Yeah.
That sounds scary, man.
And that's Anthony. I think we should go with that. Let me
see if you can sort that, Bull. Like, what the hell is he talking about here?
Did Riley do another dumb?
Tony never fails to entertain with his ideas.
I'm scared. I'm just trying to see if anybody else puts in CC. Cheesemondo is a vote there for CC. Tatty put one in here. I'll open that.
There's my quiz. Hey, I've got that same video, my recommendations today, the one with the bottle of whiskey or whatever it was. I haven't clicked on it yet, so I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, Tatty.
To be fair, this looks exactly like my YouTube channel feed. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was.
That's funny. Tatty puts up mine. Jesus. So, If anybody's trying to get a link into our live chat, but you're not modded and you can't, in our EiE Network Discord server, throw it in the Crafty, is there a room for that, or should I just tell them to put it in the general chat tonight? I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh,
And put it in the general chat, and we'll work on that for next time.
Okay. So that's what we'll do. If you got a suggestion, EiE Network Discord server in the social scene general chat, and we will be checking it out. So that's a good one. Okay, that's cool.
I don't think that's gonna work under those search terms. So, does anybody know the name of Dell's channel?
Beyond the Imaginary Curve. He makes it sound so Disney.
Is that
well, they did sort out NASA, didn't they? Oh wait, I have to say that, didn't I?
In fairness, he is away with the fairies, so.
Oh, shut up. All right. So we are not subscribed to this channel.
No.
Let's look at the videos here.
Yeah.
Fucking better not be surprised, just
I
push.
cannot read any of that shit. Hold on. So
Yeah,
we're looking for what? What did he say? Dell's
Oompa Loompa
Loompa.
cosplay. There it is.
Hold on.
Oh no, wait, no, that's not the right one. That's somebody else. I'm just going through trying to see what I can find. No, I can't.
Okay,
find it.
MDoc920
There it
is
is.
saying there it is. Are you talking about like the bunny suit sort of white outfit then? Oh, Bob, I did email you. Check Canadian Thomas email. Aimee did as well. Bob's in the chat. So, okay.
Hey, Bob.
I think they're probably in junk or something. Yeah, okay, so MDoc920 says top right-hand video, Bull. That's what we're looking for.
That's
Yeah,
the one
it's
we
called.
got here.
I've got it. Yeah, it's called Flat Stroke Level Earth, Water and the Scientific Method versus Globe Pseudoscience. And if you skip to like basically 10 minutes in, that's where he's dressed as an Oompa Loompa. I've just had a look. He looks like the sort of person you don't want to walk into at the middle of the night. I have the link if it makes it easier for you.
I've got it up right now, Barman.
Awesome. I was flicking between windows. Sorry.
Gotcha. No,
Don't tell me off.
No, you're fine. Shall we play this? I'll start it wherever the fuck it's at right now. I skipped
Do it.
into it. It's about 8 minutes, so we've only got a couple minutes to wait.
I'm just going to put this in here right now. I understand that people that are taking beliefs.
Hey, Bull, watch for
make
incoming.
assertions. Like, they want to assert how the substance behaves, but they have no testing to follow that through. It does not apply to the scientific method. What they're going to say is water behaves the way we assert that it behaves, but we can't test and we can't show you that because we need to remove ourselves from the reference frame, that being Earth, and go to some other reference frame. Now, when you look at this type of statement,
Come on,
that's
YouTube.
followed by it, that is understood as pseudoscience. My statement is not pseudoscience, my statement
That turd.
Said a long time ago. I find this highly embarrassing.
is.
The reason that I find it highly embarrassing is because it's so simple. It has been known for a very long time, but we feel the need that it has to be pointed out. So as I said, there's many people who have a false understanding of science and the scientific method. So what we're demonstrating here is a process to go through. Now before we even get to that, I'm going to cover a couple of things that are likely to come at us. As I highlighted before, pseudoscience.
Holy fuck. What on earth is he wearing?
I have no idea.
Why?
Oh dear God! What was
that? Was weird. That was weird. Who
What in the
recommended
hell
this
was
video?
that?
That was
That was
Dell.
Dell.
That was Dell in his Oompa Loompa costume.
Yeah, I want to know who recommended it to start
Oh
with.
dear God!
How rude.
Thank
Make
you,
me look up.
Tony.
Fanny. That was a fanny. They was dressed up to go out for the weekend on the
let's-
fucking rag with his
look at-
fucking pals.
Let's look
That's
at
what
this.
that was, man.
Let's look at
Nothing
this.
enough fanny.
Let's look at this definition he put up of pseudoscience. Let's see if he's even remotely on the nose.
Well, what would be awesome, because we've just had someone arrive. Woo! We've got a Bob the Science Guy's just arrived. If he wants to say hello to everyone and tell us about his definition of pseudoscience that Dell's put on the board, and then we'll cut over to Aimee after that one.
All right. Well, can you guys hear me okay?
We can, Bob.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you.
All right. It's good to see everybody again. We've got everybody here. We've got Cliff, and we got Thomas, and we got Crafty, and and Amy's here, and the Scottish guy's here. Hi.
Are you doing
How
Magic
things
Mirror
going
for
in New
kindergarten?
Zealand, Nick Crafty?
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Crafty. How's things going in New Zealand?
New Zealand, I'm sure, is fine. Ireland is a bit windy.
All right. Well, it always is, but it's green. What in the hell were you just looking at? Who was that thing in the Oompa Loompa? Was that Dell?
That was Dell.
That was Dell.
That was Dell.
Oh, for fuck's
You're welcome.
sake. Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I ran late today. I didn't realize that it slipped my mind that we were even here tonight, and I didn't get the email until just now. It's been a long day.
All good, as long as you made it. What we're doing tonight, Bob, is we're just going on YouTube just to find things that we found recently, viewer ideas, and just, rip apart whatever we got on our minds.
Too cool. Do you see do you see my 5 conditions in one question for debating the flat Earth the other day?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's a condition 2 violation, and that is flat earthers do not get to define science. We know what science is. Thank you very much. We're quite comfortable with our understanding of it.
I thought he was trying to look like a guy in a bunny suit from Inside Intel making the wafers. I just couldn't figure out what he was going for there.
It's kind of like a cross between, what was it, Contagion and A Clockwork Orange.
That's a very good description.
I mean, that's what's jumped out at me, and I get scared when things like that jump out at me.
Now he'll just remind me of the TV scene bit. But Aimee!
Yes, we have some super chats if we could, please.
Okay, we should provide guys a crew on it.
What?
What is it with flat earthers and terrible audio? If it's not this, it's always something while driving.
That's right. And then we had
Glober Mommy for $2 said, "Who knew Dell was the grown-up version of Mike TV? And hey, Kiwiza, how many US dollars is 5,000 Korean won? You tell me right now."
No. Thank you very much.
I meant you tell me.
Oh, love it. Thank you very much, Aimee, and thank you very much, Matthew. So, did we read the definition of pseudoscience on there, or what's the plan, everyone?
Let me go ahead and do that. Pseudoscience is a body of knowledge, methodology, belief, or practice that is made to appear scientific merely by using terms of science, but which do not adhere to the scientific method, which lacks supporting evidence or plausibility, which otherwise lacks of scientific status.
It kind of sounds like flat Earth to me.
Yeah, it really kind of was feeling the projection. IMAX Theater called Dell. They want their projector back.
Well, somebody spoke of flirting while driving, so I'll renew my appeal to watch CC.
Knew you were going to say that.
I do like CC's vids. They do make me giggle when I see them on channels.
And we could just pull one up at random, and he'll probably be driving.
Or his wife will be telling him off.
Best way to describe him was done by Brainy Beaver. CC, he's always driving around, dropping the raw knowledge on us all. It's too funny.
I think we should rename CC Guido, the Killer Flurf.
Just real quick, New Non Sequitur says they can't hear Boo very well, so they all want to hear you, Boo.
Hashtag what about Bull?
Yeah, he is a slight bit low.
Let me turn up my gain a little bit.
Oh yeah, you're good now.
That's getting better.
That better?
Did you bring some game tonight?
I did. I did laundry, so there you go.
Good.
Do you even game, bro?
Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Right, should we hear a bit more of what this, what he's going to say?
Can anybody translate for me?
Yeah, I can. Dum 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 dum, and it just keeps going.
No, we got
In
Tatty
musical
here.
form.
If he could just be kind enough to translate for me, because I've never been able to figure out what the hell Dell's saying.
Yeah,
I
but
mean
then,
that too.
then I'll have to translate Tatty for you because no one can understand Tatty either.
I can understand Tatty
Oh,
a hell of a lot better than I can understand Dell.
No, you only
can-
think you can understand Tatty.
We could
Here, let me try
translate
it.
Dell for you.
Haggis.
We can
Haggis.
translate Dell
That's
for you,
one,
but
two, three.
The question is, if we translate Dell, is it really worth the effort?
Or the result.
Not really.
As somebody talks fluent Dale, no.
Well, shall we dive?
Ooh, let's go.
Let's
No.
Oh.
No. No.
It's bone.
As you can read from that description, we understand that any claims being made must
Jesus.
be checked using the scientific method.
Yeah,
No
look at that.
excuses. So, when we hear people saying bodies of standing water can bend, bodies of standing water can display curvature upon the surface, then we have to have a test for that. We have to be able to see the substance behaving like that. Now, what I'm going to show you here is that it's impossible for the substance to behave the way people want it to, and they have no test. Okay? They just have words.
Well, it's
Assertions.
arky when I
And
write
that
my
means on
name in the
TV
snow.
screen. That's not science. That's religion. And these morons
Don't eat yellow
should
snow.
be embarrassed. I am trying to help you by embarrassing you into accepting reality when you should need no prodding of such. You should be
Pause.
competent enough, adult enough, honest enough to accept.
What's that shit, man?
What you standing there with those glasses and that outfit on, think you're embarrassing somebody other than yourself, do you? How? What the actual fuck? Who could be? Oh, Jesus, Dell,
You beat
come
me to
on.
it, Dick. I was just
Somebody
gonna
ought to
say,
tell
like, I was just gonna say that. How is he embarrassing us?
Somebody ought to tell that dumb fuck that minions are yellow, not white.
Oh, dear.
Take a fucking look at the neck of that numpty, by the way. I mean, Christ almighty. He's like the oldest raver in fucking town. Hear me, hear me, hear me fucking go. Where's your glow sticks, you plump? Fuck's sake.
What?
He looks like a pimple on a poor redhead's skin. I mean, you know, just.
No. I figured it out. He's impersonating Elton John if Elton John were impersonating Seaman.
I just think he's going for plausible deniability. If he dresses up like that and say, that wasn't me, I'd never wear something like that and go on YouTube and say something as stupid I'm about to say. Like, we never see water curving. You just never looked out and looked at water then, and the sea and an ocean, because they're all curving, whether you think the Earth's flat or not, because they've all got tides, so there must be a curve there for some fucking water somewhere, you dickhead. Simple and to the point.
Oh, agreed. Not simple and to the point is Dell himself. So,
well, he's simple.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Simpleton.
Yeah.
Simpleton with a pointed head.
Should we let him get to his point? Because I mean, all he does is just attack those same few points all the time in different ways, and sometimes it's actually funny. But like Bob was saying earlier, I can barely get enough words out of it the first time around to even fully catch on. Sometimes it's crazy.
Well,
But let's try.
I thought that I would debate him, and then I realized that there's no way I can debate him. A, he's stupid, and B, I have no idea what the hell he's saying. I mean, seriously. And I'm pretty good with accents. You know, I can deal with it most of the time, except for New Zealand's. But Other than
It
that,
would be a lot like debating somebody that only speaks Old World Latin, except it's a dog that speaks Old World Latin, right? So be hard.
Oh, well, back in the day, he tried a couple debates, and it just descended into him screaming within like the first 15 minutes, and then rage
God.
quitting. Yeah,
I can see that.
don't they all?
yeah. Didn't he and it was Dell and somebody else debated Red's rhetoric, and
It was
just
Dell, Gav, Red's Rhetoric,
Gav,
and
that's
Gem
right.
Panda on the Non Sequitur
Right.
show.
and they screamed and rage quit in 15 to 20 minutes.
Wow.
Well, yeah, like we had to bring other people onto the show, and that's where we found Russian vids.
Oh God.
Great.
And then he got kicked off for saying Challenger was fake.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hit that closed button myself. I'm like, I'm not going to listen to your bullshit, buddy. Get the fuck out of here.
Well done,
Yeah.
sir. Well done.
There are certain things that just no.
Oh, that brings
No,
back memories. I had just stepped out of the shower when that happened, and I was naked, by the way.
That's
Now I can
picture
sleep.
So I'm-
That's way more information than I needed as a producer of
Yeah.
the show.
Everybody just envision that as you're trying to fall asleep tonight.
Schrodinger.
I think
I'm
not.
naked
Cliff.
now.
Well, should we give him more room? Move on. What's the vote here? Anybody care? Anybody,
Oh.
you know?
We could do a bit more, but I just want to say hello to Feel Jesus in You, and I think this is going to be the comment of the night. Dell is wiser than he looks. Well, he couldn't be any stupider than he looks at this point, could he really, Jesus?
That really is not saying a
But
whole lot.
Give him
is
a
what I'm
chance,
thinking.
and you might learn something new today. I doubt it from Dell. But welcome, found Jesus in Feel Jesus in You. Hope you're doing all right. Nice to
you
see
know-
you in here again.
I think Feel Jesus and you might be onto something here, though, because look at Dell. Maybe he's dressed to, feel himself in someone. Maybe that's the idea. This is a full
God.
body insertion kit he's wearing here.
Oh, you are so wrong.
He just needs the face shield. He's a body condom.
Oh, dear me. Aimee, save us. Or don't.
Oops. Yes, yes, sorry. No, my mute button was stuck. Yes, we have a super chat, please.
Anthony Purcell for $5 said he is dressed like he's about to clean Chernobyl. Chernobyl, I mean. You need to see the experiment he is equipped for. Okay, mister.
Thank you very much.
Can I just address that? Because the only thing he's ready to, the only experiment he's equipped for is probably cleaning his bathroom.
Oh.
Or the backside of a sick horse.
Or he could be an enema for a blue whale.
That's true.
I just
And
thought
by-
about.
and by
I
from
just
what
thought
we've
of who
seen
that
come out of
reminds me
Dell.
of.
Go on.
Elton John.
Oh, the glasses.
Yeah, it's the glasses, man.
Yeah, the glasses are steampunk.
They are.
So he must have
Yeah,
stolen
that
them
they
off
are.
one of his kids.
It's where I have a set like that I wear on one of my my big top hat that would go to festivals and things before. So yeah, that's random. I've stick them out, put them on for a video. I won't look as daft as him. Like I couldn't really.
That reminds me of that line out of the new Ocean's 11 with George Clooney in it, where he says, "Ted Nugent called. He wants his shirt back."
Oh,
Wow.
so do we really want to see more of Dal?
I definitely
Maybe
want
not.
to see more than Dylan. I'm the birthday boy today.
Your birthday?
No, no, I'm the
Happy
guest.
birthday.
I'm the guest today, so I want to see more of Dell
Oh,
because I've missed Dell. I haven't seen Dell in a long time.
All
I'll
right.
sing for you then and everything.
Let's watch on then.
Well, there was somebody in the chat that said there's a real experiment coming, so this ought to be good.
Okay.
What is being demonstrated to you in your actual reality. You do not bring an image to try and refute testable facts. If your image does not match the testable facts, there's something wrong with your image. It's as simple as that. So we don't accept excuses. I'll give you an example. What I'm about to show you is a demonstration of the substance. What we will get is comments and statements of, "Oh, you moron, you can't show a demonstration of water while you're on Earth because Earth is affecting the test. You need to show it on a bigger scale, which is never defined. And what do they mean by that? They mean we have to leave the Earth reference frame. We have to go to a place, a reference frame known to them as outer space, and we need a planetoid.
Without a planetoid would be better.
God forbid it be for the actual reason, Del. The actual reason is it has nothing to do with frames of reference, other than gravity. Oh my God, gravity pulls the water off the small object to the larger object, which is what we've been fucking saying all along. Small goes to big. Go figure that you can't get it to stick to a ball with gravity alone on Earth. You could do it if it had enough surface tension, by the way. It does stick to a ball, which is why it's sticking to Earth, because there's also surface tension, and that's why it's a ball.
You know, I think we ought to stop calling it level. We should call it equal gravitational potential, and then let them try and figure out what that actually means.
I agree. I agree. Because the only reason
I'm just wondering,
we have any weight at all is because we're not at equilibrium with gravity, because Earth stops us from gaining that equilibrium.
right? I used to ask people a trick question: is how much does the Earth weigh? And the answer is nothing. I mean, it has mass, but it literally weighs nothing. If you put a scale under it, it would register 0 because there is no under, because it's in free fall. But I'm wondering if he's just going to spray water onto a soccer ball again.
More than likely.
I have a feeling we're going to see something like that.
Yeah. Do they also never take into account how much water is actually on Earth's surface compared to the size of Earth? Because yes, it might cover the Earth, but
it's
in
almost
actual
nothing.
terms of water, in terms of water, it's between fuck all and naff all. If I was giving it as a drink, as a shot in a pub, equivalent size, I'd be like, oh, you bastards.
I'm thinking that if you take a bowling ball and you use a garden mister on it, that would actually be deeper than the oceans.
Oh, yes.
That sounds about right, yeah.
I think maybe a teaspoon would cover a bowling ball.
I think I've seen the image.
With a relative amount of water.
I mean, I think you'd have trouble determining it was actually wet.
There it is. I'll send this
Probably,
image to Boole. Copy image. I'll stick it in there.
Spread evenly to scale, it would be equal to wrapping a basketball in a sheet of paper.
Where are you putting this, Barbara?
Oh,
I
think
put it in
probably not
general
even.
chat, Boole.
General chat?
In EIE.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just for ease.
I'm thinking it's more like saran wrap or tissue paper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
an extremely thin piece of paper. It's virtually nothing compared to the size of the Earth.
Well, if you look at the back of your hand in a room temperature room, I would bet that the perspiration on the back of your hand at 70 degrees Fahrenheit would have more water on it than the surface of the Earth if you would shrink it down to the size of your fist.
Oh yeah, for sure. To scale, a wet tennis ball would be the equivalent of the entire Earth engulfed in water.
Right.
I mean, like the flood of Noah?
Right, the Noah's flood that never happened.
Yeah. Well, actually, it might have, but not the way they think it did.
No.
And not as big as they think it was.
What was that, Crafty?
Just Colorado Biker Prepper says, please tell me that Del is going to space and that this is a spacesuit. You kind of wish that was his spacesuit, like helmet and all. Because that would be fun to watch.
Well, here's the image that Barman was talking about.
So you can't quite tell, but there's actually 3 dots of water on there. The biggest one is all the water on Earth, like everything. The middle one is liquid fresh water, and then there's another really, really small one, which is fresh water within lakes and rivers. So yeah, that's if you took all the water, that's how much there actually would be. So if you equated that to a ball, that is bugger and all. That's not even a shot, really, is it?
It's fuck
No, he's no
all.
trouble.
Well, let's see what let's see what this Joker
Let's
does.
see where the numpty takes this.
Yeah, numpty.
By the way, Ugly German Truths, absolutely agree with you.
That would, show these claims to be correct. Again, it's a claim that's unfalsifiable because no such reference frame exists. We cannot get to that. We exist here on Earth where we test and measure actual substances to formulate an understanding. Okay? So that's pseudoscience. No tests, pseudoscience. Claim made, no test followed, pseudoscience. We made the observation, made the prediction, and now I'm about to show you once I get the steam out of my goggles and hot stuff. Anyhow, as I say, hugely embarrassed. Before we go any further, I would like you to note, even on the implements that we have in every
Someone's
household,
holding the
we
camera
have
for
markers denoting level, so that when we fill the vessel up, we get to maximum point, minimum point, and any variation in between, and it will be the same on any wall, any part of the outer wall of the vessel. The water level will be the same height, the same elevation at any given point upon the surface. Now, as you can see clearly here, before we even go any further, the water takes the shape of the container. It forms a free, horizontal, level surface, meaning no deviation in elevation from any point. Okay?
I'd like to point out that there is
Gravity.
there's a meniscus on that water. If you look at it close enough, you can see the meniscus on the top of the water.
Is it a meniscus or a
gravitational
demiscus? I always get
potential.
them mixed up.
Meniscus.
It's the meniscus. It's the curvature of the water in that container. And yes, it's convex, people. So
Indeed.
it's actually rounded around because of the surface tension of the water.
Right. As it
You
should
guys-
be.
Did you guys see the fish tank that Wolfie brought up the other day?
Don't think
Yeah,
I've seen
it
that.
was good.
Yeah. The spinning.
Yeah, the
fish
spinning
tank.
fish tank
That was
Oh
awesome.
yeah,
with the curved water on it.
fantastic.
Nice.
That was
That
awesome.
was fucking fantastic, man. Shocking demonstration.
Oh, so we've got water. It's flattish. What's this point going to be? It's like the tiniest amount of water in a kettle.
Funny boys,
Well,
fucking floppies.
let's see if we can get to it.
Oh dear.
So when I start here, there's no a lower elevation here, it's at the same elevation all the way. So, we come here, and we can see clearly we've already established that the box that we're using, the fish tank that we're using, is sitting levelled. Because, again, embarrassing,
With what? Some water that's not level.
that the water is going to tell us whether it's levelled or not.
With some curved water.
But we have
Yeah.
to get through this,
I know
as
it's a
say,
bubble.
because there's some childish
Curving.
morons out there who actively deny reality and want you to be as stupid as they are.
Projection, Your Honour.
So, we'll try this with various
Adele,
containers,
focus.
and we will also change
He can't even hold
maybe
the
the
camera
temperature of the
still.
water, just to be fair, see if it behaves any differently, so we can mess with some of the variables. So, some of the variables we're going to mess with are the container, and we're also going to mess with the substance.
No matter what he does, like pause,
So as we can
pause.
see on the fish tank,
Can I just clarify?
Go on.
Just a quick clarification, because it was mentioned somewhere in this video, I'm sure, that it was one of his children that was holding the camera. So if the camera isn't as steady, don't blame the child, blame Dell for being an idiot.
Oh, God,
Oh no,
that's so sad.
I'm going to blame them both. I'm going to blame the child for not being able to stifle his laughter and giggles enough while looking at Dell dressed like a prick.
Fair enough.
I was assuming it was someone he had taken captive.
Yeah, if you watch the wobbles, they're actually spelling out help.
Yeah.
Actually,
it
if
rubs
the camera
lotion on its skin, or it gets the water again.
If you need help, if you need help, jump up and down twice fast.
Well, actually, guys, if you want to know the truth here, if the camera rotated 180 degrees, you would see, drum roll, please, Daniel Pratt chained to his water heater holding the camera for him because they actually live together.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, I don't know who I'd feel more sorry for.
It's a timeshare. 6 months out of the year, he stays in the basement with Pratt, and the other half, they go to the shed.
You have to
I think
admit
the
it
next
would be
one
fun to
Dale
watch.
gets the
though.
barbecue and the tube.
Oh, dear. Right, where were we? I just completely missed that then.
It just occurred to me that it could be like an Ace Ventura thing where Finkel is Einhorn. Maybe Dell is Pratt, and Pratt is Dell.
Ew. Which one of them tucks?
Oh, God. The worst case of hemorrhoids I've ever seen.
Oh, Megan.
But I don't
go on.
I don't like to make it any more difficult for Bob to understand this idiot. But maybe it's an idea to chipmunk the guy.
That'd be
You
nice.
might actually get a point.
Well,
But
it's not going to be the same chipmunk y'all are going to be used to. It'll just be him talking faster. But yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. There's the only problem though. We know exactly at what point he's going to make. He's going to boil the water or just measure out the water and say, "Look, it's flat." Yes, but you're still on Earth, and it's
What's
a
the
tiny
shape-
amount of water.
What's the shape of the water around the bubbles when you boil it?
Square.
I don't
I
know.
know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I've seen pyramids, but only in Egypt, so I'm not sure.
It's a tetrahedron.
Yeah, it's the bite from Tron, the movie.
Nice, great film.
So shall we let it run?
Let's have some more.
Let her rip.
We have used a ruler and we have created markers. As you can see,
Just out of curiosity, is he
100
measuring the
millimeter
level of the
on
water
this
or
one.
the level of the table with that?
I'm not sure at all here.
100 millimeters on this wall,
All right, he's
100
working on it.
millimeters on this wall. Is that accurate? Yep.
Oh, he's using them fake millimeters. 100
And
millimeters?
100 millimeters on this wall.
Yeah, he's drawn a line.
Yeah, I saw
It's
that.
not,
in a minute.
not where the water's up to, it's a line in it.
So,
Well, just a minute here.
as we
On that small of a scale, that measuring device that he's using is nowhere near by orders of magnitude accurate enough to measure what he thinks he's measuring.
Nope.
Also, I would like to point out his desire in multiple videos to point out that he has running water.
Cool.
Well, he's
By the
in
way,
Scotland.
that big old spirit level that he's using is only accurate to, I think, about 45 arc minutes.
Ah.
Yeah, that was another point that I saw earlier, but there's so many points.
I looked it up once because I got yelled at by Sewer Rat about that. And, the level I was using wasn't anywhere near accurate enough to measure what I was trying to measure with it. So I had to
Oh
withdraw.
yeah, that was the Horizon Rising to Eye Level thing. Yeah, that was way back. That was vintage Bob from the early days.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, that was when Bob actually gave a shit about flat earthers and tried to educate them and point out that they were wrong. Now I just kind of point and laugh.
I think you were talking to Multi Tom Tom when you were trying to tell him, like, you tried to have a sit down and say, look, if you want to know how to do this, I can show you a way that, you really did care and you thought you were going to get through them back then. But now we've all just become cynical and we just point and laugh.
Yeah. It's kind of fun. You know, it's kind of like watching a barn fire.
Well, it's
You
it's
just
really
gotta
fun
pull
when
over
they.
and look.
Sorry, Bob.
Sorry.
It's really funny or fun when they dress like this for you to do it. I mean, come on, that's pretty good.
Well, you know, the thing that I've always maintained about the flat Earth is it writes itself. I mean, it truly does.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's kind of
I mean,
like the
what more
never-ending
can I
story
say?
for the stupid.
You know, that's why I started this new series that I have right now, Nathan's Being Nathan. I
I've
don't
been
even really
watching
have
that.
much,
That's so good.
I don't even have much commentary to make on it. So, you know, like, look, just look. You know, I mean, seriously, just watch. And, you know, what else do I need to say?
Too funny.
Well,
We
tell
better
me
get
if you
Aimee
have-
in. We got a super chat there.
Yeah.
You know who's next, right?
Thank you.
Anthony Purcell for Australian $2 said, "You can see why he needs the overalls and goggles."
Yeah, that's true. Thank you very much.
Yep. Bob, do you have this problem too that I have when you're making a video? It's like, what do I even say about this? Because I'm trying to put some commentary in there so that I don't get a copyright strike. I've got to put something in there, but he's being so dumb. He's saying everything that I could possibly say about him.
Well, you know, one of the things that I like to do is start agreeing with them, because then they really don't know what to say. And, you know, and finally, and then you just get right down to the last minute after you've gone through 15 points with them and say, but okay, well, unfortunately, though, this happens, so everything else is gone. You know, the thing that you want to do is you want to give them some hope right up until you crush them. Because then, you know, my stepdad used to work for a guy that had a great way of doing things. He'd always give somebody a raise and then fire them 2 weeks later. And he once asked him why he did it. And he says, so it'll hurt more.
Oh, Jesus.
And you know, I think that's cold. And
That is.
That's how cold I want to be with these flat earthers sometimes. But just my natural niceness keeps coming through.
Well, shit, I got a raise a few months ago. I need to watch out.
Well, yeah.
Nice.
Who knows?
So should we put him on like 1.25 speed and let him go a bit more and see where we end up?
Do it.
I think it'd be amusing.
Do it.
You get some comical stuff out of their mouths then.
Do it now.
Fill this
It'll make
void
them
with water. It is going to take the shape of the container and it's going to form a level surface. We will be able to see that it's formed a level surface because of the pre-markers we already have there. But as I say, the water is more accurate than our little device here.
You know, I wonder how thick those lines were. I mean, those are 2 or 3 millimeters thick. That's a 2 or 3% error right there. Oh God, I wish he wasn't doing this. I am a middle-aged man.
I know. I was just thinking to myself, come on, buddy, what are you doing here?
I was going to take this opportunity to do a Riley.
Give it a
Is
couple more
allegedly
spurts.
Dave there with him?
Congratulations, Del. You made a measuring cup.
Something.
All right, I just want to double check something. You notice how the dark line on that water is pretty much right at the bottom of that thick purple oval that he's using as his precision mark? I wonder where it's going to fall on the other thick purple ovals. Is it going to be at the bottom, the top, or in the middle? Do you think he marked them correctly?
All three over the course of the tank.
I think we're going to get 3 different measurements from 3 different points on this tank.
With the accuracy he put those lines on, I'm guessing for sure. I don't know if you guys caught it, but very, very quietly in the background, I could hear his son say, "Dad, why the fuck did my fucking fish have to die so you could do this, you fucking idiot?"
Well, can I just say, Cheese Mondo makes a similar point, saying, Del successfully proves that a fish tank holds water.
You know, there's a party for you in Sweden there, Chief.
Jesus. Too funny.
Oh. Let's see whether
he's proving water pressure without a sealed container.
Yeah, Jeff Roberts says, can someone do the math to figure out how much curve we'd expect to see in that little container?
That would be 0.000000 fuck all.
Yeah.
Scientific
It's
notation
10 to the
has its
negative
limits.
17. Yeah, it's 10 to the negative 17 arc seconds, which is a positive number, surprisingly.
What? No, that would be negative curvature.
Yeah.
It would be concave.
Where's the secondary lens?
Oh, we didn't prove concave Earth, did we? Oh, no.
Yeah, we did.
Damn it. You know what? We're never going to get shill checks this month if we just prove
That's
concave
Shills.
Earth. Damn
That's
it.
Shills.
No. My contract specifically says that I am to disprove flat Earth.
Oh.
It doesn't say anything about anything else. You
Okay, I
guys
better
better
check
read
the
your
wording.
contracts.
Yeah, I got to watch
Actually, that makes me think Jan Truth been relatively quiet.
Oh, roboted out. We lost you.
That means I ain't getting paid for Pain of Progress. God damn it.
Whoops.
Oh, Amy's got her hand up. We better go to her here.
Yes, please. We have a super chat, please.
Digital demonic Davros for Australian Tadar said, my container has strippy bits, and you are demonic, right?
Thank you so much.
Water is square, God damn it. I have proof.
So should we continue watching Dell make rectangular water? I mean, what is he doing? What is this?
I'm fascinated by this whole process, but it would be better if we had double speed.
Yeah, maybe, or let's try 1.5. I want to try to still understand them. Let's try 1.5 first. If that's not enough, then we'll go up. How about that?
The problem
Sounds
is we
good.
talk shite anyway.
I can't understand them at double speed. You know, I mean, I lost this a long time ago. I'm just fascinated by his ability to fill a fish tank. That took me probably the first 4 years of my life to master.
It's only taken Dell, what, 40?
All right. Yeah, let's just have a wee look, shall we? Let's go round the markers. Yep.
I did the maths.
Now we've changed the containment, just so that we can be thorough and fair. And we've done the same 100mm containment.
Oh God, he's got a second pot.
Hey, Del, you know, if you really want to do this right, you need to fill the fish tank with bleach. And then you need to top it off with ammonia.
Oh God!
Can't even.
In a shed.
In the shed.
In the shed, yes.
After you've
Ask
sealed
your
all the
son
windows
to
and
go
doors.
get you, ask your son to go get you a drink from the main house before you do it, though.
Oh, Jesus.
Containment. Let me just double check.
Once again, he's going to show
Slightly off there.
how water fills a container. Oh, now he's even got a beer glass. This is just unbelievable.
Oh, Jesus. It's sad. It's just sad at this point.
Oh.
Look at how small the glass is, Del. What the hell do you think that spirit level's going to do at this point? Like, really? It's basically a lid, you idiot.
The fact he hasn't got a smaller spirit level is a bit disturbing. But if we said that fish tank at the start, I know I'm going to exaggerate, and we said, say if we said it was 2 foot across, would that be okay? And in which case, if you went on the rough, I know it's only rough, but 8 inches per mile for curve of Earth, I know that's only a rough one, there would be a difference between the front and the back of the fish tank of 3 millimeters. So I don't think he's going to have any fucking chance at all seeing it with that ruler or that line or the smallest fucking pencil he could have to draw the lines as exact as fucking possible when you're looking at, what, a 300th of a millimeter. Joy.
Right.
Dickhead.
Well, what if we had a piece of timber, say a 2x4? I don't know if that's what you call it in the UK, but a 2x4, like you're framing a house with, and say it's 1 mile long, and you have a 6-inch ruler, and you're looking at one spot of it, and saying, "Look, it's perfectly straight," but over the course of the whole thing, it deviates by a few inches. But at any 6 inches that you looked at along it, you would say, "Look, it's perfectly straight." Of course you would.
Yeah. The number of times we've had. Oh, go on.
Oh, I would love to put out a little challenge. Okay, water finds its level, people out there. I want every one of you to go out into your yard right now, grab your garden hose, hold your garden hose 4 feet above the ground, parallel, level if you must, and turn it on and show me your water finds its level and doesn't curve fucking stream. Show me. Come on. No, that's called a parabola, idiot. But yeah, try again. Keep going.
Guys, I was wrong.
Oh, go on.
I was wrong. A spirit level is accurate to 0.2029 degrees, which is 1.75 arc minutes.
Oh, okay.
That's the best that you can do with a high quality spirit level.
In this forum, that's perfectly fine. But as one of your patients, I never want you to walk into the room and say, "I was wrong."
Actually, I've done that before, and patients kind of do respect that. Well, doctors always trying to pretend they're right. We're not always right. Sometimes, hey, we think it's something. We were wrong. Now we're going to look at something else.
Well, yeah. As long as the last time you went in the room, you said you don't have HIV.
Crafty Kilo is looking to jump in.
Yeah, I just wanted to say real quick on a serious note. Surf says, "Hope the show is going well. Storm knocked out the net, so he's off doing other stuff." So if you are in one of those areas where the storms are starting to get really serious, please take care.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this isn't South Park, so duck and cover isn't going to cut it. Okay, you got to do it properly.
Well, the problem is that we have got a worldwide audience right here, and I think it looks beautiful to me outside. Am I going to be seeing flying monkeys here shortly or something?
I think we're already seeing a monkey on the screen there, and I don't mean Jutmonkthedrunk.
But that's in Ireland, though. All right, that's a long way from me, and you keep your head down there, Crafty.
Yeah, I can't see anything
tell the
outside.
goats to keep their head down too.
Oh. Well, what do you think, guys? What's he going to put that level over next? A thimble? A shot glass? Yeah.
All I know is if he jams a book under one end of that friggin' aquarium to show that water stays level, I'm going to fucking shoot myself.
Please don't. Not till you've made loads more Mega Mirrors and videos over the next 30-odd years, then you can.
Yeah.
Give me 30 more years, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
I vote no more.
No.
Well, let's just speed him up really quickly until he's filled up that jug, and we'll see if he's got anything to say. Because I don't think he's going to say anything interesting.
Do you just want to judge his barman skills?
Oh, yeah, there's no beer in it.
I think he's going to make Jello.
2-speed.
I do believe that you're supposed to wipe the foam off after you pour the beer. Don't you have one of them little cardy things?
No, I pour beer so there's no foam. I can pour it properly. Yay.
All right, here we
go.
go.
Do that on TV shows, don't they?
Just a bit more. That's it. Okay. So what we're doing now is we've changed the containments. So we're going to change the elevator which is the wall itself. So we're going to heat up. I don't know what else really we can do yet. I'll change the viscosity, which would then, make it null and void because it's now just pure water. So we'll change the temperature just to show. Well, we want it to get too hot. We can see here it's increasing its temperature right now. For safety purposes, we don't want it too hot, so we can switch it off now. What we can show here is that
You can do it again with hot
water.
water.
The water's use it to everything again when we say level, and the real one would mean no deviation in the elevation upon the surface. So as we can see here, we're still level with the containment. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to elevate one side of the containment like such. Now, what we're going to do
God, Jeff, here it
It's not
comes.
a book,
the
Jeff.
surface and show
Oh,
the surface
no.
of the water.
Yeah, oh, fuck, there we go. Where's my fucking gun?
Yeah.
Oh, I say go away,
I knew
Del.
he was going to do it. I just fucking knew it.
No more
Is he?
Del.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, man. Oh,
Del, don't do it. Don't do it.
As we can clearly see,
That's
the water
stupid.
will indeed
Painful.
show its
At this
level.
point, you still
Well,
might,
to be
we
honest,
still, we don't know.
show
It
the
might
water.
be a
What we're
channel
doing-
about aquariums. At this point, we don't know you're truly stupid yet. Don't do it. Oh, shitty.
We know he's doing it. We
He went
know
there.
it.
He went there.
I hate
Oh,
to say I
before we,
told you so.
oh, before we all get
Hey, before
in,
we-
Aimee!
Yes.
Sorry.
Hello?
Your mouth
To my-
moved.
yeah. Okay, super chat.
Yeah. John Rapp for Australian, $5 said, this is equivalent of Ranty's shorelines being the same heights above sea level on Google Earth, but scaled down except for the measuring marks.
Thank you very much, John. And he's right. I remember that video.
Well said, Matthew.
Thank you.
All right. Who wants to shout at Del?
Well, can I just say, everyone in the chat, can you give the traditional John Rapp welcome? Say hello to him properly.
President Middlefinger.
And just real quick, just one of the comments in the chat is Colorado biker prepper. He's going to convert the water into urine. Amazing.
Oh no, I like Colorado bike prepper's other one. Del is heating up water to do his annual testicle wash.
You know, you have to boil
You're
that water
still in the
for
mood
5
of the
minutes.
quiz.
You have to boil that cock
You know,
for 5 minutes to make it potable. Just saying.
You know, I think your subtle little singularity there was lost on some people. His annual testicle wash.
Yeah.
No way he's got two. That might mean he's got more testicles than brain cells. Oh, dear me. Right. What are we doing? Are we ripping more into him? Are we saying no more Del? Just no.
No more
It's
Del.
starting to get kind of painful.
It is. 'Cause
Exactly.
it's-
And Dr. Bob is the pain specialist, so we have to take heed.
it is like watching a 5-year-old do a science experiment in school where you know they're going to get it wrong, but they're 5, so they're allowed to get something wrong. And they're only playing with crayons. Well, I feel like he's in the same sort of ballpark. He's been allowed to play with water. I'm surprised someone's let him boil a kettle, to be fair. And he's had to wear safety goggles even for doing that.
Unfortunately, this is kind of like watching a 4-year-old try and mix gunpowder. That charcoal and salt. What do you have that for again? And like it's fascinating to watch, but it's just got potential.
Oh, should we kick him off? Should we have a look at some CC? Because that was recommended as well, wasn't it?
CC from New York, Westchester County.
That's the one. We all
The
know
one
where
with the
he's
blonde
from.
hair and the black eyebrows.
The one where his wife said, "Will you stop making these fucking videos in the house?"
Yeah.
Why did he upload that bit?
Well, can we get one final no for Del in the chat?
No.
No.
I don't think Del actually deserves no's just because he's Del.
I would like to reiterate that I was the first YouTuber to make a video about CC's wife calling him an idiot.
Nice.
That was amazing.
Oh yeah, you were well early on it, weren't you?
Yeah,
I just
did it.
remember the look of hurt on his face.
I think a week later, Trolls versus Trolls rolled it out, and a few other people brought it up, but I never got any credit. I'm so sad.
Oh.
Well done, sir. Well done.
We know
Okay,
it was
now-
you, baby.
I feel better now.
So,
We know what you did last month.
What are we doing? What are we gonna do?
So-
What are we gonna look for?
All right, Daddy.
I think
Latest from New York, Westchester County.
Yeah, let's get some CC going.
Okay, I don't know the channel names that well, so you'll.
Oh, I
have
don't
to
know what
inform
his
me.
channel name is either. He's just Chris.
Just,
CC. Oh, shit.
Just do CC Flat
CC
Earth
Flat
and it'll
Earth.
come up. Yeah, that's all you got to do.
I don't know.
CS in
Every
the
time I
letter?
see him, you know, I grew up and went to school down in Florida, and we knew people like that, and that was referred to as a bokeh blonde. And every time I see him, I just think bokeh blonde.
Is that the guy?
Yeah,
Top
Yep.
there?
that's the
Yeah,
guy.
CC.
Oh yeah.
That's the moron.
Just
I
play
remember
the
when-
first one.
Do you guys remember when he got phone called on Beaver's live stream? That was epic funny, man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So which one
Beaver
we doing
called
here?
him. Beaver has CC Chris
What?
from Westchester County, New York's telephone number.
Yeah, and
Oh,
we
no.
called him live on the air. It was absolutely the funniest. It was unbelievable. I was dying.
Oh no,
I
it
called
gets
Mark
even better.
Sargent once, got his machine.
We called CC way back in the day on the Veterans Weekly show with AT2 Productions. Yeah, I had his number and we called it.
Veteran.
No. But we were on the Veterans show, and I had his number, so we called him and got voicemail. But he called us back while we were still on the show, and we had a no. It's still on AT2 Productions channel. But
All right.
no, go ahead. Let's watch this. Let's watch the dumb.
I picked this one. This is Elon Musk sucks, SpaceX, Flat Earth.
Oh,
kinda crap.
God.
So
Oh,
this should be
God.
fun. This should be fun.
Jeez.
All right, here goes.
Morning, good
He
evening,
is
good
wearing
evening.
a
Good evening,
seatbelt.
CC here, Chris from New York. Rolling up to the last day of May, 31st, 2020. Okay, so the virus wasn't enough. People didn't buy it.
Oh God.
What?
Is he
So
gonna-
now-
is he
now they
really
have
going to
a
say
lot
what we think he's going to say?
People
It's a
didn't
total
buy
bullshit.
it.
Yep.
I mean, really. Look, okay, I don't even want to get into it. You know, whether this
Good.
guy actually really was killed or not, I have no idea. Okay? I have no idea. All I know is it all derived from
It's the first smart
somebody
thing he
who
said.
had a counterfeit $20 bill, which we will never see, and the cashier will never show it to you. So it's just speculation of
Oh, he's talking about the
Bullshit.
thing. Oh, God's sake.
nonsense. And that's what I love about this staged event, you know, because they can come up with whatever the hell they want. Whatever they want, people
Staged
will just
event?
buy. I mean, it's just unfucking believable that everybody will just buy whatever is going on. You see, now the riots will never hit New York.
Pause.
Oh yeah, they're in the city. Okay.
So he said that nobody's buying the virus, which is odd enough because it seems to me like everywhere I go, I have to wear this mask. So clearly people are buying it. But he said people aren't buying it. And then he said just a few seconds before I said pause, people will buy anything. Those two things don't match.
Well, it is CC.
Yeah.
He contradicts. If he doesn't contradict himself at least 7 times in the one video, is not CC video.
Right. So nobody's buying it, but people will buy anything.
Yeah. Don't forget, he did turn a corner, so he's probably changed his mind while he turned the corner. The brain rolled about.
The hair dye will do that.
You
Oh,
said the brain
dear me.
bar. You said the brain bar, man. I'm a little confused.
I was being polite.
What brain are you talking about?
Well, he's got to have something in there for driving, well, even if it's just a little toy car controlling him.
Okay,
There's something in there so he can drive.
let's qualify it then. The brain stem world about. All right, got it.
Oh, what if he is not actually driving and his wife just puts him in this little VR machine every day?
He's in the Matrix.
Yeah, she just sets him in there. It says, "Go to work, honey." Pats
Kind
him
of
on
like
the back.
dropping Grandpa off down at the casino with a bucket of nickels.
Right. She puts the little camera. It says, "Make some videos, honey, while you drive to work." And for 8 hours a day, he thinks he's driving to work.
No, I think it's more evil than that. She encourages him to make the videos in the car, hoping that he's not going to pay attention and hit a lamppost or something like that.
Yeah, she's just checking the life insurance every morning at 8 a.m. to make sure it's still up to date.
Yeah. If he drives while recording, is he going to get done?
Does anybody know what this guy actually does for a living?
No.
I've watched many of his videos, and he's never said.
Prostitute is my guess.
No, he's a reverse
male
prostitute.
gigolo?
No, he's a reverse prostitute. You pay him to keep his clothes on and fuck off.
I'm just saying. I'm just thinking. If this guy works on the factory line of fucking GM or something, I'm never buying a GM car again.
I don't know. My guess is that he does something that doesn't involve actually dealing with the public.
I would
Right,
agree
likes
with
making
that.
videos. Well, he seems the way he talks and things like that. I would actually see him having a public-facing job because he's got that nice speaking mannerism, things come across. All right, he sounds like an idiot, but if he's just got a script to work from a counter, he'd be fine.
Mm.
Well, he can smile and look harmless. Maybe he could be like a press secretary.
Yeah.
Let's just hope he's not a teacher or something like that. Jesus Christ.
I'd be happy to buy toilet paper from him.
I think he could be. I think he could be an extremely successful crash test dummy.
Jin Yu in the chat, he's a taste tester for bulk samples at the sperm bank.
No, I thought that was Team Skeptic.
Oh dear.
I tried to get him a job working for the guy, working for the company who makes the warfare and rat poison as a tester, but he didn't get hired.
Oh man.
He couldn't pass the entrance exam.
Well, I know there's a gong vote in the chat going for it, but before that gong, should we see a little bit more of Chris, CC, Westchester County?
He's always good to
31st
watch.
of May.
All right, let's do it.
Chris from New York, Westchester County.
But they're controlled. Don't you see what they're doing?
Don't you see?
No,
They
tell
want
me.
us to become divided. And they always have. They all want us to become divided. And it just pisses me off that
And?
people are buying this. Not everybody. All right? I'm not saying everybody who's not a flat earther isn't, falling for this. But, they just want us to become divided. I never understood that, even when I was in high school. People are people.
Best 6 years of his life.
Doesn't matter who you are, what you look like.
6, I thought was 12.
But that's what
This
they want.
is
They want the division.
1.25,
They
and
want-
it's still boring as
They
fuck.
want this.
Just
so bad.
physically skip
They've been
forward a
trying for
minute,
it
see if
so
he
long.
actually says anything interesting.
Now they've got fires and riots going on that are because you have to.
I'd rather not
That's the
listen
way
to
these
him
people
talk
make
about these
money.
riots and things.
That's how they do it. They've been, I don't know, these elite
Well, that clears it right up.
elites just pick these people out or something. I have no idea how it works. Okay, all I know, is what you're watching is all fake. It's all bullshit. They're not going anywhere. There's nothing up there. There's nothing up there. They're not even any fucking satellites. And if they are, then they're tied up with a fucking balloon. Just look at YouTube videos with balloons, with satellites on it.
Pause.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh, God.
Sorry. He just said there was no satellites, and even if there was, what is he on?
Balloons.
He He's on YouTube. How is that getting to me in a different country all the way on the other side of the world, if not for satellites?
I know,
I know
undersea
he believes in the pizza world doesn't exist. He can look at the satellites. He can track them.
Well, not only can you see them, but if he looks right in front of him on his mirror, there's two little words right there that say OnStar. I wonder if he knows what OnStar means.
Right. Or if he's ever listened to XM radio.
Why do I get the feeling that the average proctologist looks at this guy's mouth like a broom closet, you know?
But I just drove, here a bit ago from Virginia up here to Connecticut where I am now. And I listened to XM radio the entire way. And I never faded out from one channel to the next. How do you do that with terrestrial radio?
Illuminati.
It's in the road. It's big wires in the road that transmit as well as being wires. Magic.
Right. Oh, and that reminds me, the undersea cables. Mm-hmm. Okay, the undersea cables connect one landmass to the next. There's not intermittent transmitters along the way. How are you going to transmit? Okay, when we're halfway, from one continent to the next or one landmass to the next, the water can be miles deep. You're telling me there's a transmitter under there that's transmitting through miles of salt water? I don't think so.
Submarines.
No. My favorite one when it comes to the undersea cables is when they go, yes, it's undersea cables. They take 97% of all communication. Okay, what's the other 3%? Cables. You can't be, you dickheads.
Well, when they say 97% of communication, that's 97% of transcontinental communication.
Mm-hmm.
That's not 97% of all communication, because I bet 90% of all communication is probably verbal from, one person talking to the guy 6 feet from him.
Yeah, I'm a mile away from the BT communication site with giant satellite dishes that are pointed just at the right angle to beam a satellite signal over to you American lots. Steaming, you were trying to get in.
Yeah, I was just going to say, undersea cables. Supposedly that's not possible. According to Barnabas Nagy, Cat 5 cable is not strong enough. And we get our internet from the ether.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
God.
Oh,
Does
my
he really
God.
think that undersea cables are Cat 5?
Yeah.
He doesn't know that they're Cat 6?
He did a video on it, the fucking idiot.
God.
I'm sorry.
That was actually the first thing I thought when you said Cat 5 cable. I mean, these are gigantic cable. It's not Cat 5 cable.
Well, and they've been replaced, and they didn't. It's not like they went and pulled the old one up. The old ones are still there. It's just, like they put fiber across the ocean at this point.
Yeah, it's fiber.
So it's with. And I was just gonna say, in reference to satellites, like I'm pretty sure they don't move those dishes, barman, right? Like they just stay there.
No, they are. They just stay there.
They're bolted in place and they don't move no matter how hard the wind blows, basically.
That's one. They're huge. They must be. I'm sure the biggest one's about 60 foot across.
Yeah. They're not moving.
Well,
anywhere.
No. And also, if you're going to transmit from somewhere in between, you can't just transmit fiber. You got to have you got to convert it. You got to have a gigantic power supply. So where's all this power coming from to transmit it to these ships that are getting GPS? And how are you bouncing it from under the water up and to the GPS receivers that are on top of the ship on the mast so that we can get GPS reception?
Oh, that's satelloons. You know, those satellites that are actually balloons that you can never actually see.
That are,
you can see the satellite clearly. You can never see the balloon because I guess they're clear.
No, I think I asked someone that in a question. They said, well, the cables could be like a mile long, so you're not going to look that far up. Look, if this balloon thing is 20 miles away, up in the sky, for me to look a mile up further above that is not like much to tilt my head. I'm like, no. Shut up.
Yeah.
You know, I watched the ISS go by the other day. You know, the funny thing about it, it arrived within a second of when it was supposed to, and it disappeared precisely in the mid-sky where it was supposed to.
Do you mean
because of the curve of the Earth?
It's almost
it
like
actually
math
followed
works.
the model and obeyed the predict? Wow.
I watched it on launch night because I wanted to watch the rocket go past. It wasn't quite dark enough here at like 10:15 it was to watch the rocket. But I watched the lights from the ISS go past, and then it was like 5 minutes later, you should see the rocket. Okay, yeah, nothing, it's not dark enough, bollocks. But it was a lovely fast light for the ISS.
Nice.
Much faster than any plane I've ever seen go past.
Yeah.
Well, they go along at a clip, but the other thing is they don't blink.
No.
That's the other way you can tell that it's not a plane.
Bob,
They
let
don't
me run this by you. So you and I are both very familiar with Lemon Bird. He says that the sun, according to his math, is 3,000 to 10,000 miles away. Would you ever walk into an exam room and say, well, your body temperature should be somewhere between 100 degrees Celsius or 10,000 degrees Celsius? Because, I mean, well, no, 100 degrees.
I don't think I would.
Right. Because that's a gigantic error bar. But he just says 3 to 10,000 miles. Who knows?
Well, you know, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm going to give you a little heads up on something I'm going to do. I have a solar filter for my telescope.
Nice.
And I'm going to take pictures of the sun at 2-hour intervals. And then I'm going to mix them up. And I'm going to ask a flat earther to put them in the right order for me since the sun's going away and change its size.
Yeah. Good challenge.
Brilliant.
Yeah, just go ahead and show me which one it is. I got the idea. I got the idea from a court case once.
You're going to give him a test that we give children to put the blocks in order.
Basically, yes.
Basically, and see if they can pass a children's exam.
Well, no, I mean, what it is it's a variation of something that a friend of mine did to a police officer once who wrote somebody a ticket for too much tint. You know, it was one of those, well, in my experience, I know what the tint is. Great. Here's 5 of them. Put them in order for me.
Oh, that's actually pretty damn good.
And then they decided, well, maybe, did you measure it? No. Okay, well.
Maybe you should.
What do you say we let that one go?
Use an opacity meter.
Yeah, I mean, they make them.
Yep.
But I'll just give them like 5 or 6 different pictures of the sun from the same telescope, the same camera, the same focal length, the same focus, and just go ahead and put them in order for me.
Well, that brings me back to my debate with Flat Earth Fokker when I showed him a picture of a 2x4 that was leaning 1 degree towards the camera and another one side by side that was leaning 4 degrees away from the camera. And I said, which one's leaning towards you and which one's leaning away? And he said, I don't know. But his previous argument was that he should see buildings leaning away from him in a distance.
Yeah. Well, that's just another series that I have, and that is flat earthers confusing themselves.
Yep.
Shall we CC it up?
I think we're CC'd out.
Well, the vote so far in the poll is 50-50. There's as many people saying screw the prick as there is saying let his shit flap of a mouth keep going. So I guess it's up to us then. So around the table, who wants what?
I can never get enough CC. Yeah,
do them one more time.
Let's
do them one more time.
Let's let him go because this is actually supposed to be about.
Move on. I'm over him.
It's supposed to be about SpaceX
wait a minute.
and Elon, so I don't know when he gets to that, but let's find out.
Okay. Well, let's give him 30 seconds, and if he doesn't start on about it, let's just start skipping forward until we can find something the prick has to say that we can actually rip apart, except for his lifestyle and beliefs and shit, right?
All right, I'll be back in a sec.
Alrighty.
There's nothing up there. Every space picture that you've ever seen has no airplanes. It has no satellites. It's just got this revolving planet with nothing on it. No barges in the water, nothing. Nothing. You'll never see anything like that because it's all CGI. Everything is all fucking CGI. It's incredible, though. That's all they need to do. It's just a 15-minute video of complete, total nonsense, utter nonsense. With the, I don't know what the name of the part 2 of the shuttle that landed, that was 20 tons, that's being held up by what looks like fucking milk carts to maneuver it and a little blast underneath it, you know, to bring it down to this platform on the ocean in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, in the middle of nowhere where nobody can go to because boats have been restricted to go there, so you can't film anything. And there's no footage of this thing actually coming in. None. At all whatsoever.
Except for the thousands of reels on the internet.
I was just gonna say, I was there when Red Ritter taped those things fucking landing, for fuck's sake.
This guy's. I love when they always say, "Oh, I never see a plane on these things. It's all CGI." If it was CGI, they'd put a plane in just so you can see it, just to piss you off, because you'd say, "Ah, now that plane's far too big because I can see it." Yeah, so shut the fuck up, Aimee. Save us.
Yes, we have a super chat, honey. You gonna read it?
Kiwisa for 5,000 crew 1 said, "There's that car again, and 5,001 is about $4."
Mm-hmm. Yep.
$4.
That's right.
Thanking you.
Thanks
very much.
Why is your icon a person?
That's just what it is.
Well, you know, if you want $1 from me, I'd have to give you 20,000 dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
How are you going to round up that many flat earthers?
So, one more and then one more. In the poll, Play More is winning now. It's not even anymore. So I guess.
Okay, we must bow to the will of the crowd.
I think that the chat is trying to torture me worse than Tatty tries to with his video choices.
Get the goat lady.
You have a perfect picture, it blanks out, and then all of a sudden comes back in, and this thing is just perfectly landed there. It's very nice, isn't it? Convenient. Convenient for all the, I guess that's enough. That's all they need for these trained ball earthers. You know, look, I was there. I believed all this shit. I was all in it. I was a fucking NASA fanboy like you wouldn't believe. Well, maybe not NASA. I didn't really give a shit about NASA, but I'm just saying I was.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe it. You dumb fuck.
Star Trekker. I was in there. I knew. I thought. I believed that we can go out there.
Well, there's your problem. Star Trek's not real, you dickhead.
I mean, if you use your perspective and you understand exactly. Just think about the logic. Okay.
Okay.
You believe
Pause.
our species could possibly.
But that was a serious fucking bowl of word salad. Dr. Bob, do you want to have at that for me, please? Oh, did he take off?
He said he'd be right back.
Oh, I thought he was already back.
Yeah.
Shoot. Oh,
well, let me take this real fast.
Yeah, sure.
He's saying that the rocket can't land backwards onto this barge. Where are all the deniers who say that an FA-18 cannot land on the deck of an aircraft carrier? Because it's literally equally as impossible. It's like landing a jet on a postage stamp.
Yeah, this guy is. That was. Like, I don't have enough salad dressing for what we heard there. That was insanity.
Well, can I just make a quick comment?
Yeah, go Crafty.
Just really quickly. What he's doing there is called it's a kind of indoctrination technique. It's called a soft sell, and what he's doing is he's saying, you know, I used to be one of you. I used to believe. I used to be like you. I am you. And what he's doing, it's a kind of it's a psychological technique to give himself more legitimacy. I'm sorry, CC, but you'll never have a legitimate thought because you're a weirdo.
Well said.
Yeah. He's a YouTube video away from a car crash. I mean, come on, buddy. What's your problem?
Yeah, he's saying, I used to drive a Ford, but then I found out Chevrolet was so much better.
Yeah. I love how at the end too he closed with like, you know, you got to just, you know, you got to think, you got to, you know, check your beliefs. It's like, I'm sorry, but only in your world does belief have something to do with this. It's not belief for us.
It's verified fact, you moron.
Icarus just put in the chat. I used to be a flat earther like you, but then I got an arrow to the knee.
That's funny.
I say we Fusrudar him off. I've had enough of CC. You can go now.
Shall we hit the gong? Because we do have a couple of good ones lined up here in the side chat and the meet, right? There's two in a row here.
Colon's just dropped us one as well.
All right, well, yeah. I'll close the poll.
Thong.
Poll is closed. Gong can be hit.
Gong.
Yay. Thong.
Give me that gong. Come on. Give me that gong. Nice and big and hard. Give me that gong.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. It's just not there.
Oh, he's broke it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
No.
Give me that. Give me that.
Oh.
Give me that. Give me that. Gong.
Yay! There it is.
We found it. Jinyu, play the music of my people. Right. Which one are we doing next then? What was our vote in the end?
Well, Keela posted one, and then I posted it in the side chat for Boole. I put Boole for next up.
Dick, can you do me a favor and send that in general chat or somewhere else other than the side chat? Because that's on another screen for me.
I'll drop it now.
Oh, okay. Well, I put it in it's in the EiE Network Silly Shill Show green room too.
Okay, that's cool. That's the perfect place. That's actually where we should be doing it. So
Where it was first, but I didn't know you
I
didn't see
followed the rules.
Now I
don't like the rules.
Oh, I heard a super chat.
Yay!
Yeah, we've got a super chat.
I keep losing the green room.
So which
John
one?
Raff for Australian $2 said sociological analyst of CC. You're a weirdo.
Yeah, that's the technical term. That's the technical term.
That was perfect.
Mr. John Rapp, don't do that again.
Ew.
Don't eat pizza.
Jesus.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so should I grab the one about Nathan Thompson or?
Yeah, the top one is the
I
the
didn't
first
realize.
one Oh, okay, sorry.
No, go on, Dick.
The first one I posted is the one Crafty posted a while ago.
Okay, so is that the one we're doing the Nathan Thompson
Yeah.
Netflix?
Yeah.
All right. Oh,
We need a good laugh.
This should be good. This should be good.
It's not long either.
Good, because I'm getting tired of long. All right, update. Here we go.
I had to explain to my wife that I didn't buy a new telescope mount today.
And you did this
Hello,
instead?
ladies and gentlemen, and do I have a treat for you today? So, I'm tuning in to the new Netflix series Space Force with Steve Carroll, and they drop a flat Earth bomb on the third episode in. Let's get right into it.
Thank you. I feel safer knowing that we have satellites that can rain God's holy hellfire upon our enemies on this majestic flat Earth of ours.
Yes, Congressman, this
Earth is certainly majestic.
and flat.
Well,
Jury's still out on that one.
wow, I can't believe they had the audacity to throw that out there on this new series. But also, I thought it was funny that Steve
Pause.
said the jury
Yep.
was still...
Case closed. Case closed. Let's all go home.
I can't believe he doesn't get... They're taking the piss out of people like him, and he's not even realizing it. He's like, I can't believe they had the audacity to do that. It's a program about a space force, and they're talking about satellites, and then just a stupid congressman who thinks the world is flat. They're taking the piss out of you, you fucking moron! Oh my god!
Does he realize what comedy is? It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I wanted to point it out to Nathan real quick. This is a comedy series. It's not a documentary, love.
Yeah, Nathan Thompson is nothing if he's not unself-aware. But let's also realize that in real life, and I can show you the clip of a U.S. congressman who was worried that if we put too many Marines on Guam, that the island of Guam would capsize.
What?
Yes, I can show it to you. Oh, I'll send Bull the clip
All right,
now.
No. He has got to have been saying that in jest. Nobody's that stupid.
Nope. Hank Johnson. I'll send Bull the clip right now.
All right.
God.
Yeah, tell me where. Tell me who he represents.
Give me a second.
While you're getting that, we'll just get Aimee in.
Yes, please. We've got a super chat.
John Rep for Australia $2 said, "Sorry, Matt. Winky face. Good on you, mate. Stay fair, dinkum. Thumbs up face. I meant to say do not eat pizza, not do his stuff."
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You know, I hate to tell you this, guys, but the thing that defines people that are in the flat earth is the inability to connect dots. They cannot make logical connections.
Yeah.
And that is a prime example of it. And to be honest with you, I'm going to have to put that on the Nathans.
The link is in the chat for Hank Johnson saying to a Navy admiral that he's afraid that Guam will capsize if we put too many Marines on it. Bull, the ball is in your court.
I dropped it in the green room, Bull.
I got it. So do you want me to switch to that, or should we let Nathan keep going?
This one's almost.
This is great. It's only
this
2
one's
minutes.
already. Yeah, well, this one's already half done. So let's play them in order. Let's play them one after the other, right? Because I mean, you know, it's kind of like
let's finish dipshit here and get into more dipshit. All right.
Yep.
Still out on that one.
And flat.
Well, jury's still out on that one.
Sir, you work for a space force that takes pictures of the Earth from space. And the jury's still out? What are you talking about? Well, thanks so
He's
much
being
for watching.
polite
If
and
you
not
haven't
calling the guy a
please like,
fucking
subscribe,
moron.
And I'll
Like
see you in the
you.
next heavily censored and demonetized video where we expose these liars on wires and fools in pools. Thanks so much for being here. God bless.
What a moron.
Oh my god. He is. Fuck my life.
At least in this one, he didn't say "I love you."
Yeah, that's creepy.
Stupid ads.
He has to be a troll. I keep thinking that he has to be a troll because there's no one can be that.
Hey folks, I'm Joe Biden. I like.
Sorry, we got ads.
Whoop.
We got those Joe Biden attempts to get ahead of life and be our president. So,
oh dear.
This is the other one that they requested that I play. Should we go ahead, or do you have any comments on Nathan? Are we done with
Nathan is an idiot, and the character of Steve Carell was just being too polite to say, "No, it's not flat, you fucking moron." Fortunately, I'm not polite. Nathan Thompson, it's not fucking flat, you dickhead. Anyway.
Well, we get to see in this next one a Navy admiral who has a stone face as a congressman tells him that he thinks Guam is going to capsize.
Oh, this is the Hank Johnson one.
Yes.
All right, let me get past Joe here, and we'll carry on.
Okay.
Oh, come on,
ask
Joe.
you to join my campaign. As I've said time and again.
This is a island that at its widest level is 12 miles from shore to shore, and at its smallest level or smallest location, it's
width.
7
Width.
miles.
The word is width.
Between one shore and the other. Is that correct?
I don't have the exact dimensions, but to your point, sir, I think Guam is a small island.
Very small island, and about 24 miles, if I recall, long. So 24 miles long, about 7 miles wide at the least widest place on the island, and about 12 miles wide on the widest part of the island. And I don't know how many square miles that is. Do you happen to know?
I don't have that figure with me, sir. I can certainly supply it to you if you'd like.
People elected this
my
man.
fear is that the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
We don't anticipate that. The Guam population, I think, currently about 175,000, and again, with 8,000 Marines and their families, it's an addition of about 25,000 more into the population.
The whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over.
Oh my God. That guy took that with a straight face and answered him. Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
That's why he's an admiral.
Moron.
Yep.
It's not a boat, you fucking idiot. It's attached to the seafloor. You
He's
idiot.
far more polite than I would have been, because you just have to give him the look of, do you not know what islands are?
Yeah, the admiral's thinking to himself, this is why you brought me to this, because you're worried about it capsizing and you thought I was the right authority for the job?
Yeah, so he's... For some background on Henry Calvin Johnson Jr., DeKalb County in East Atlanta. So, born in 1954, and he's been to university.
The state of Georgia, where there's
No
now
way.
raging riots. But I have to be proud of my Navy brethren, because his response was, "We do not anticipate that, sir."
My God, it was gold.
Well, I don't know which one is scarier. The fact that he thinks that he can ask something so ridiculously stupid and disrespect someone like the Admiral like that, or the fact that people still vote this guy in.
That's the thing, and that's why we have people like Nathan Thompson. People are like, why does he have, all these subscribers, and he keeps making videos and people don't just write him off? Well, we have Hank Johnson, who people vote into elected office. This guy makes about $165,000 a year.
Holy crap.
Yes.
How does an idiot like that even get a university degree?
The fucking idiot thinks islands are floating, man.
Yeah. And if you watch the entire thing, he thinks that they're going to put too many Marines on there. And that's going to make it tip over.
Yeah,
Why? Because Marines are bigger than sailors?
Do you want his office's
word, yes.
do you want his office's reply on what he actually meant, apparently? So Johnson's office later said that he was tremendously deadpanned and used a facetious metaphor to draw attention to the potential negative impact caused by the addition of 8,000 Marines and dependents to an island of 180,000 people. No, he fucked up. He's
Bullshit.
a moron.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
So if we put 1 million airmen on Guam, will it float up into the clouds?
Put 1 million seamen on Guam and the population will go up.
Well, it to the credit of the human species, it does say something for us that when I went to YouTube and I typed in Hank Johnson, I didn't even finish the word Johnson before it said capsize next to it, so that I could just select it. So that's who he is now. Of course, he's still in office. This was years ago.
Yeah,
no,
this
he's
is
still in office.
2010 that took place.
He's been re-elected like 4 times since that.
Yeah, he's had a couple of elections, according to Wikipedia, that were uncontested. 2012, 2014, both uncontested. 2016, he beat somebody else. And 2018, he beat somebody else.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Who was it?
Right.
Daniel Pratt?
No, in 2018.
The funny thing is that, the funny thing is that if you happen to be in a particular party and you have the endorsement of that party,
right,
lots of times you will just perpetually do it,
Yeah, and that's an American thing. That's specifically mostly American, because we only have basically a 2-party system.
Yeah.
But you can be an idiot.
Can I make the point? Can I make the point? And it's an obvious point. This is why this community is needed, because when people like this are unchallenged in their ideas, they think that they're right, and they think that they can run for office and change policy for, like, just to destroy humanity, really.
Right. Well, there's also another congressman. I think she's from Texas, Sheila Jackson Lee, who was getting briefed about the Hubble telescope taking pictures of Mars. And she asked the question, and you can Google search this and verify it. She asked the question if they were able to take a picture on Mars of where Neil Armstrong planted the American flag.
What?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
If you don't believe me, Google it. Sheila Jackson Lee.
On Mars.
There's so much stupid in the world.
Guam should actually petition to become a state so that they don't have to listen to this guy try and represent them. Jesus Christ.
Right.
Hear, hear.
The scary part is idiots like him that actually have control of our education system. That's fucking scary.
That's true.
Yeah, it is. I hate to tell you this, guys. I actually ran for office once, and I was just utterly amazed at it. You talk to somebody, and they would their eyes would blank over. And these are people that are politically active.
Unbelievable.
Scary, isn't it? It's scary.
Yeah. I could have been Representative Bob.
That would have been cool.
But
it would have been cool.
Yeah, it would have been awesome.
Move to your state.
Would you have been Dr. Representative Bob or Representative Dr. Bob? Or would you not done your training by that point? Just so I know what to call you when you eventually do.
No, the doctor would have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but it sounds cool, Representative Dr. Bob.
Well, most of the people but most of the people that are in the House of Representatives on the state level are generally our lawyers or former sheriffs. And they needed somebody like that. They needed somebody like me in the caucus. And, I still got accused of taking guns away from people.
Yeah, I mean, if we would get some physicians and engineers, people in STEM fields is what we need in government, not lawyers.
We need people that actually have knowledge of what's going on. If you want to talk about health insurance, what better person to do that than have somebody that's actually been in the trenches with it?
True.
Well, can I just object to that really, really quickly? Because here in Ireland, our current caretaker, Taoiseach, our Prime Minister, was a doctor, and when he was Minister for Health in the last kind of government, he screwed up royally several times. So I'm just saying, you're not always guaranteed to get the good ones in politics.
You're not, and
well, of course,
the thing about it is the big thing about it is it's a 2/3 pay cut for me, and those are the type of people you need in government.
That's true.
Yes.
You know, I mean, this is something that you do for service. You know, Cliff, did you join the military to get rich?
Well, no, that was a byproduct of my training.
Yes. Checking the fire extinguishers. But, you know, I mean, you know, when you go into public service, you don't do it for the money. You do it because you have a cause that you want to promote or you desperately want one, is the correct way to do it.
Right. And if I were elected into Congress right now, I would take a pay cut as well. But these people, you know, somehow they run for Congress, get elected, and 5 years later, they're millionaires. How is this happening? We need to check that out, too.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they did it from government service, though. Lots of times, you know, it's just like, you know, you get a naval aviator or somebody. They can make a hell of a lot more money as an airline pilot, and they'll be snatched up the instant they separate.
Oh, no. I'm talking about people that get elected, they become a congressman, and all of a sudden, you know, they're millionaires a few years later. Not from their salary, but somehow they're millionaires, you know. And nobody goes to check. Like, how did you become a millionaire?
Well, sometimes that can be a little bit misleading too. I think that there was one. I don't know if it was Cruz or who it was. No, it was Mitch McConnell. You know, like how the hell did he go into Congress and become a multimillionaire while he was in Congress? Well, if you look into it, he actually had an inheritance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he had a legitimate reason to have a very significant increase in his income. And then, you know, like Obama would write books and things like that.
Right. Well, who was the guy they found with all the hundreds of thousands of dollars in his freezer when they raided his house? Who's currently in jail?
Cold hard cash.
Yeah, that was the headlines. It was cold cash.
Nice.
They raided his house, and all these kickbacks and $100 bills.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like Bob said, you do it for the service. As a grade school teacher, I do it because I have a passion for teaching our children.
Exactly.
And I don't make a lot of money doing it.
That personifies the point that I'm making. Everybody, almost without exception, that is in teaching, in secondary education, certainly at the college and university level, they could make so much more money in the private industry with the education that they have, but they deliberately make a choice to impart education to children. And that's something that I just admire the hell out of.
Yeah, my first 3 years in the military, and I did the math, I made less than minimum wage.
Damn.
My first 3 years in medicine, I made less than minimum wage. I was a resident and an intern.
Right. If you figure out the hours that you worked, that you're making less than minimum wage in the military if you're below a E3.
Yeah. When I was
I've been a carer for several years. I still get less than a minimum wage.
If I work out probably the number of hours I do when the pub's open compared to how much I get by the end of the week, I'm on well under minimum wage. But then I'm doing 14, 15-hour days most days, so wages can be a pain in the butt. Aimee, you've been wanting to get in before we do.
Yeah. But my first paycheck as a doctor was $150 a month.
Wow.
All right. And I was actually a medical student at the time, but they actually paid us $150 a month to do our clinics.
Jeez. Better than nothing, but still, that's still not full.
He's paying for the privilege.
True.
Up the science. K. Weezer for 5,000 Korean won said, "Apologies to gun enthusiasts. But if I get to be accused of taking guns away from people, I'd be honored." John Rapp for Australian $2 said, "Left side on the IQ bell curve where it's flat."
Thank you very much.
I agree.
Right, I think we're looking to do wrap up now because we've been going for a while. I will say thank you to everyone in chat who posted videos, video suggestions and things like that. We will come to them at some other point, whether we use them on other nights or anything like that. But thank you very much. If you do have any other video suggestions for us, there is a video suggestions box in our Discord, so go and check that out. But we'll go around the table. Everyone can tell us how stupid they thought Nathan was and things like that, or anything else they want to tell us. And we'll start with, I wonder if Tattie's still awake. What do we all think?
Nope.
No, I don't think so either. And the fact he's unmuted but not saying anything, yeah, he's fallen asleep. Stephen Caparese, we'll start with you. You're bottom of my list, so we'll start there.
Okay, well, today was the usual crew of stupid. Dell, the idiot of all idiots. CC, Guido, the killer pimp. What a moron. And that last guy, I still can't believe people like him are actually in office. I just cannot believe it. How does
Worrying,
that
isn't it?
make it that far in life? I really don't know. But other than that, it was fun being here. Always good to be on with Dr. Bob. Good to see you again, Bob. And don't forget, tomorrow we've got Pain of Progress episode 2 coming up. So that's it.
Pain of Progress. Looking forward to that. Schrodinger's cat, you're next on my list, Squire.
Oh, yeah. It was always great to be here and great to be, talking to. I've been talking a lot lately. It seems like it's starting to be a thing. So, yeah, I'm happy to be on the Shills, and I got a video coming out Sunday, maybe Saturday-ish.
Nice.
And yeah, I got to get up and go to work tomorrow so that I can make lots of money.
Damn you and your money. I need money.
I know.
Checking fire extinguishers.
Yeah, checking fire extinguishers. That's the running joke now. But I'm afraid that if we have too many shills on at one time, that the channel is going to become unstable and at some point capsize. So we have to look out for that. And with that, I will say goodnight and go sleep in my comfortable bed.
Thank you, Kat. Crafty Keeler, you're next.
I don't know what to say. I mean, half the time watching these videos, it's kind of mind-numbingly stupid. But yeah, I mean, Nathan Thompson is a very special case, and big up to Irish Demon for making him on a debate ask Fight the Flat Earth if his real name was Charles McCann. That was just genius. So if he'd fall for that, I mean, I'm not surprised that satire doesn't really work with him. CC, I don't know what it is about CC. CC has the ability to send me to sleep. His voice is just so monotone. It flatlines just like his brain. And Dell, I love Dell. He did a video today, kind of trying to debunk or trying to slag off Seek Truth, Speak Truth with the interview with Simon Dan, and failed spectacularly. I have a special part in my heart for Dell. God love him. So yeah, I'm very, very happy to be here with Bob, and thank you again, Bob, and everybody here who jumped into the chat yesterday for the 1K special. More challenging conspiracies is coming. Be patient with me, and I love you guys.
Whoop whoop. Thank you, Crafty.
Cool.
Aimee, it's turned to you. Have you got any crazy words of wisdom for Thompson, CC, and the guy who's going to capsize an island?
Yeah, that's pretty much what runs our country right now, and that's all I'll say about that guy. But CC is as you can see, he's back in his car because he knows his wife is going to say something like he's an idiot. I love that. That was my favorite.
Language.
And Nathan Thompson, we all know how I feel about him. But I honestly, when I was listening to that video and his tone of voice that he was using, maybe I'm misreading, but the first thing I thought of was he's a Poe. He's being a Poe right now because he can't really think that way. I don't know. It just seems like it to me. But I wanted to thank everyone for coming today. And I also wanted to thank Dr. Bob for coming on tonight. Thank you so much. And you too, Schrodinger's cat. We love having you on here. So thank you.
Thank you, Aimee. Speaking of Bob, you are next on my list, good squire. What would you like to say about all these nut jobs?
Oh my goodness. I kill brain cells doing this. I'm fortunate that I have, a few extras, just kind of laying around. I ordered them off of Amazon, so I've got some sacrificial brain cells that I can use. But it's fun to kind of watch the stupidity unfold. And speaking of stupidity unfolding, Schrodinger, I think it's time we talk some sovereign citizens again.
Hey.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime, sir.
I have videos. Let me know if tomorrow night or Sunday's better for you.
So
Just
you're
drop me a note.
saying have video will travel.
I have videos and I want your commentary.
Okay, well tonight or tomorrow night I'm having hangout time with Mike Bertelson since we're in the same state. So let's look at Sunday.
All right. Send me a note on a time that works for you in the morning so that I have some idea that it's coming. And then I'll put some stuff out and advertise it, and we'll do it Sunday night.
Yeah, you got my phone number, my email.
Yeah, I got it.
I'll send you a note. Link up. Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Guys, thank you very much for having me on. I apologize deeply for not being here right at the start. But fortunately, I did.
I made it. Thank you for coming, Bob. It's always a pleasure to have you on. And
I love coming in with you guys.
It's because we're all crazy. You feel like the sanest person.
You're just great people. You're just great people, and you're fun to hang out with. Every single one of you.
Oh,
thanks, buddy.
Except for that guy, Sarcastic Barman.
Oh, love you too, Bob. What were you saying to me last night? And finally, Dick Dawson, what have you got for us?
Well, first off, thanks to Dr. Bob for joining us tonight. Bob the Science Guy is one of the premier creators on the scene. Great friend of myself and the channel, and we love having him around. We got to do this more and more. Absolutely. Big thanks to all my fellow shills for tonight. Great show. I think we had a blast. Huge thanks to our members and Patreons for helping to support the show, and all those who throw us the super chats. We're doing lots in the background to improve our sound quality and buy new microphones and stuff, so it really, really, really means a lot to us. And on one last note here, people, I want to leave you with a thought. This is a bit of a fantasy thought, but holy shit, it could be the fantasy thought of them all. Picture this in your mind, people. CC is driving down the road. He looks up from his phone, and what does he see? Nathan Thompson crossing the street. So he spins the car sideways really fast not to hit him, crashes into the garage of a house. Whose house? Daniel Pratt's. And it hits the water heater and releases the chains. Pratt runs out the backyard in fear for his life. Boom! Right into Phuket Word. Phuket Word falls on the ground and says, "It's still flat, babies. Don't be Phuket Word, ladies and gentlemen." On that note, we're the Shills. Friday night silly shill show on the EiE Network, and we're out of here. Let's say goodnight, folks.
Good night.
Wait. We got two super chats. B-Ball for Life for $2 said nothing. And Gosh of Heckfire for $2 said, Dr. Bob 2020.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey guys,
all right.
Remember,
Thanks,
I've got
Matt.
that new channel, Common Sense Science. Stop by and hit some views on that, and maybe drop me a sub. I put the link in the internal chat here, Dick.
Awesome. I will get that into the description right away, and we'll get it shilled out. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
On
thank
that
you,
note,
Bob
I think
Knight,
it's
the Science
time.
Guy.
Good night, everybody.
Good
night, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
No.
You just never know what's coming next, eh?
We clear?
We're clear.
Yeah, we're clear.